Such a mystery.
Yes,
all of
the
you,
final
okay.
solution is a solution.
Come on,
Where's my
Hassan.
shot collar button? I want to.
Oh fuck! No, it's starting. Okay. Now we're entering a new segment. Now we're entering the genocide segment. The final solution is not a solution. Oh no, not so erudite. Oh no. Oh god damn it. God damn it. Not so erudite. Well, now instead of shitting on lactoid, I am going to be shitting on not so erudite because, of course, Dylan cringe. True. Since when lactoid is speaking on behalf of the majority of Americans? He's not elected. Well, who elected him? Someone has, apparently. Lactoid is the king of the universe. King of the world.
Hear
Is
from
it?
Ant-Man next. Ant-Man?
He won't answer it because he knows his answer is yes with his logic.
Well, no, because I mean, Erudite, he did say obviously
Hold on.
the drone vapor.
Oh my god. The final solution is, oh my god, okay, we are entering the genocide segment. This is going to be 2 segments. I'm sorry, fake Alec Kyle Parker, if you're still here. I am so sorry. This is going to be a nightmare for you to edit, but you know what? That is the price for being my volunteer editor.
Vaporized thing. But the point is, it's incongruent.
No.
Okay, all right.
Ant-Man, go.
We're probably 3 or 4 iterations from the point I wanted to make, but would you agree with me, and I guess I'll pose this to both of you on the left, that there was a failing here for DeCarlos Brown specifically, that he had multiple contacts with juvenile court, and they dismissed his charges, where maybe his schizophrenia didn't manifest at that age, but I would bet that there would have been mental health issues which would have been known about, and he could have gotten treatment through the juvenile court, which is about rehabilitation, not punishment, and we might have seen a different outcome here from him.
I agree. And if you want some studies, lactoid, the thing that I'm suggesting, by the way, reduces recidivism, which is the thing we actually care about. I know you really want to reframe this as crime go
Not the
down.
only thing.
It's about recidivism, but it is. The conversation's about recidivism. Yep.
Nope.
My tweet.
So then they shouldn't have dismissed the charges
How your
against him
tweet
as a
says.
juvenile. They should
No,
have.
I don't believe in dismissing tweets at all. I think tweets, sorry.
Dismissing charges.
When
I dismiss tweets all the time, but fair enough.
Yeah,
Dismiss
I
my
think when
tweet.
Recidivism is part of crime. Lower recidivism means lower crime. What the fuck? What? Again, this guy is a lawyer, supposedly, and doesn't understand that lower recidivism is lower crime? What? Oh, wonderful. I'm gonna go make some coffee and take some cookies. I wish I had cookies. Oh my god, I want cookies now. Oh, I'm so upset now, and it's still curfew, and the stores are locked. Oh, what have you done? What have you done? What have you done, Billy? I need them cookies. Oh, I'm so hungry now. Oh no, what have you done to me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That was awful. It was an awful laugh. A spine-chilling laugh. That was horrible. It was a horrible spine-chilling. Isn't the fog light? No, it's not. I have a lot of content for tonight, by the way. A lot of content.
I think when we dismiss charges, I think what we do is we lose the paper accountability of tracking the escalation. And it's like, all of it matters in all of these things. I think if you dismiss a charge, the off-ramps that are offered, especially for youth, because there's a lot more, I imagine in Pennsylvania it's the same, that there's probably a lot more like rehabilitative focused stuff for youth specifically. It tends to be more effective with youth as well, right? If we don't charge that individual, they're likely not able to access those rehabilitative things in the first place, which is part of the problem, right? I don't know if Pennsylvania like locks and keys your under 18 charges and stuff, because in Canada, you can't look up somebody's charges under 18. No.
Yeah, no, they're sealed.
Which is like one of the problems because it's really, really hard to get a crime with any amount of charges in your history. So even if you're 32 and you had a charge at 16, it can create a lot of problems, which is why some countries will hide it, but there's problems with that. Back to lactoid. Is the final solution a solution that you just happen to disagree with?
A solution to what problem?
Jewish crime.
If you're specifically concerned about Jewish crime, it would be a solution to that. But I don't think Jewish people are a problem, right? In the same way, I think we all agree.
What? What the fuck? What? Jewish crime?
Jewish crime.
Solution that you just countries will hide it, but there's problems with that. Back to lactoid. Is the final solution a solution that you just?
It is a solution to the genociders because, again, one of the biggest. Oh God, I have to get into this. Okay, so one of the biggest traits of genocide that differentiates genocide as a crime from mass murder, for example, is that fundamentally, people that commit genocide, believe it or not, see themselves as moral actors. They see themselves as moral people. Because the goal of the genocide is not to destroy a group in whole or in part, believe it or not. The killing or destruction of the group is not the goal in of itself. What people perpetrating genocide believe is that there is a better world that they're fighting for. That is the goal, creating a better world. And they also believe that there is a group that is standing in the way of reaching that goal of a better world. And if only that group can be removed, destroyed, gotten rid of, that outcome of a better world can be reached, right? And so, genocide is not seen as something that is done for pleasure, something that is done as a fun activity. It is often, in fact, seen as a task, okay? As a task that needs to be performed, okay? It's not pleasant. There's no joy to be found in it. It is difficult. It is taxing, but it's something that needs to be done for the sake of that better world. That is the fundamental piece of the puzzle of analyzing genocide. And to those people, the solution to the group standing in the way to a better world is to eliminate it. So in that sense, it is a solution. Like mass murderers will, let's say, it is possible for a mass murderer to kill 5, 10, 15 people, and after that say, okay, I'm done. I'm tired. I don't want to kill people anymore. It's done. It's over. And also it is very possible for a mass murderer to feel remorse, to feel guilty, to feel bad about the deed, right? Because they just did it out of impulse to satisfy some urge, because they like killing or they want to kill or any other motive. But with genocide, it's treated as a means to a moral end. And that makes all the difference. Because then the logic becomes, and this is a very important distinction, there is no, oh, I've killed a certain amount of people, I'm done now. No. The task has to be completed. It is a thing that needs to be completed because it leads to this outcome of a better world. So in order to do this, we must diligently commit to the project. That is one aspect. And the other aspect is that since it is a thing that leads to a moral outcome in the eyes of the perpetrators, there is a much more likelihood that they will be able to sleep well at night, go back to their family, and treat their family well without a heavy conscience, because they see this very burdensome and heavy act as a necessity for a better world. Does that make sense? Am I making sense with all this explanation that I just laid out about genocide and how it differs from mass murder? Does that make sense? And so, in light of this, from the perspective of the perpetrators, yes, the final solution was a solution. Just, if you're going to discuss genocide, for the love of God, please know what you're talking about. Educate yourself on the basic premises of the topic that you're talking about. My goodness.
Just happen to disagree with.
A solution to what problem?
Jewish crime.
If you're specifically concerned about Jewish crime, it would be a solution to that. But I don't think Jewish people are a problem, right? In the same way, I think we all agree crime is a problem, right? Do you agree crime is a problem?
Let me answer you. I would say the final solution is not a solution at all. Because it is...
If you thought Jews were a problem, it would be a solution.
Oh my God. Not so early that I just fumbled this so bad. Not so early that I just fumbled this so bad. And I've just entered a long explanation as to why.
Solution.
No, because just like taking paperwork and throwing it in the garbage doesn't solve the issue of paperwork. It's fucking
If you think Jews existing is a problem,
doing the semantic thing.
If you think Jews existing is a problem, then it would be.
You're fucking retarded. Everyone else, when they say solution, is talking about an intervention that makes for a better world. I don't.
Oh my God! Yeah, there you go. An intervention. She even said it. She's so stupid that she even said it. An intervention that makes for a better world. Guess what? From the perspective of people committing a genocide, Jewish people, from the perspective of the Nazis, were in the way of creating a better world. Therefore, the genocide was in their mind a solution that would lead to a better world. She said it, and she's stupid.
think the final
about reducing a
solution is
problem.
an intervention that, yeah, I want a better world. Okay?
I do too. I want less crime.
I think that the final solution is not a solution at all.
You're so stupid, not so erudite. The problem isn't what you're saying. The problem is that his solution does not even lead to less crime. Since, again, the United States has the biggest amount of arrested people per capita in the world, and yet its crime rate is not the lowest in the world. Oh my God. Oh gosh. Whatever. We're not talking about that anymore. Now we're talking about genocide.
It's not a solution because I don't think Jews are a problem. But if I did think
apparently
that
you
was a
did.
problem.
Well, you're literally saying
what?
if I agree,
I do
that
not.
this is a problem. Yes, you said
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
agreed.
Okay, it's a
I am
hypothetical.
saying-
He said he didn't want
I
the
am
laser
saying-
drones. He didn't want.
Oh my God. Not so erudite is so stupid that she is making Lactoid look intelligent in comparison.
If
She
I
keeps trying.
agreed,
She
no,
keeps
if I
going.
agreed, no, because you're doing a semantic, stupid,
This
retarded.
is not semantics at all.
It is
You are doing
semantics.
semantics. Is the
No.
final solution a solution because it's got the word solution in the title? That's literally what you're
You
doing right
said yes. I say no.
If you think Jews are a problem, then it is a solution to that problem.
Even
I don't
then,
think Jews are.
I
Stop,
say
stop.
no.
I don't think Jews are a problem.
I don't care.
If you think that you
Yeah.
think, hold on.
Okay, there's a difference between saying it is the solution and according to the perpetrators, it is a solution. But I guess that difference is lost on Not So Erudite because, again, Not So Erudite baffles me with this. Okay, this is where I have to ask you, should I debate her on this? Do you think I should challenge Not So Erudite to a intense debate?
If you're saying that even if somebody accepts Jews are
Even Soipil here is just grabbing his face in disbelief of what's happening here.
a problem, if you're
Even Wick, I think, is just baffled.
saying that even if Jews are a problem, if you accept that the final
But I
solution
don't-
is not a solution to that,
Yeah,
and then you're
no.
just being like entirely functionally irrational right now.
What if we
No,
think
because
it's
the
reason why-
solution,
the reason
the
why I
solution is
don't
build a
think-
better place.
And
right?
if you think Jews
I
are
have-
making the world a worse place, then it would be a solution, wouldn't it?
No.
Yeah,
No.
that's the entire premise of how genocides operate. We want a better world. There's a group in the way of that to happen. Therefore, the solution to that is to eliminate that group, which will result in us being able to create a better world. That is literally the entire premise behind genocide. Fuck me. The basic illiteracy on the display. I don't even know. Vladimir. Yeah, and it's all because of Nick Fuentes' joke about 6 million cookies. Got him. Got him. Got him.
No.
Why?
Okay, let's-
How?
What if I only
Yes.
think? Hold on. What if?
Stop.
What if my
Stop.
problem is with
People
Jews
makes
who wear
the
funny
world
hats?
worse place.
Confused. Your ally is
Even with
confused.
crime.
Yeah, wait.
Stop,
Kyle,
stop,
I
your
mean,
ally is
if
confused.
you
Yeah,
thought-
I'm
Why is this panel full of stupid people? Oh my goodness.
testing
Getting rid of-
your language. I'm testing your
Yeah,
language.
yes, and I
I'm
passed it.
testing your language. You're so stupid. You shouldn't be testing anybody. Oh God. I'm sorry to be saying this, but why? Why in the hell is this happening?
The test. Sleepill, go ahead.
No, this is my language that we're using here. I'm asking the
Wait,
final.
Why is she making Lactoid look better than herself? How is this possible? Lactoid is already a painfully stupid individual, and she's making him look better. How? Why? What is happening? Why is the world like this? I'm getting tired again. I'm getting tired again.
Final
Kyle,
solution
Kyle,
is a
keep here.
solution by your definition
Stop
of
cutting off
solution.
your ally.
And
Ask the
Soypill
question.
also
Okay,
agrees
okay.
that it's a solution by his own.
I need to watch some boxing after this. I need boxing. I need boxing after this.
artistic definition. Then
Look,
your
but
guys'
you're much more aggressive with
I
it.
want. Hold on. Hold on. I want to hear
Just to be
the
clear,
Jewish person
I'm
talk
barely
about
got
the
my
final
thoughts out.
solution.
Okay.
Go ahead,
So, Kyle,
Soyfill.
I understand what you're saying because this is like again the ad absurdum argument we brought up, but also yes, in the framing of if I thought all
No,
Jews were
it's
problems,
about
but
semantics.
But wait,
It's not ad absurdum. Stop. No, because you're wrong.
Oh my God! Yeah, let's not let him finish explaining to you why you're stupid.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
You haven't even let me. No, you haven't let me finish my.
I don't need to let
Okay,
you finish.
the
You said
point
this is ad absurdum fallacy. I'm not saying it's ad absurdum. I'm saying that he's using a different definition of solution than I am, which is why we keep talking past
okay.
each other.
Okay.
Thank
no,
you.
I got you. You're just using the word definition. But to be clear, the final solution also wouldn't work even in that case, Lactoid, because that is what they tried, and it didn't work because what you cause is a bunch more problems in the communities that you're trying to exterminate, and then they go and they make nuclear bombs, and you fucking lose
Exactly.
because you're causing
That's
more
why it's
problems.
not a solution. Even if you think
Oh my God! Nobody says that it's the solution. The point is that To perpetrators of genocide, it is a solution because they want a better world and they see the group as being in the way to that solution. Wait, hold on. What is this? I'm gonna need to.
The Jews are a problem.
Oh God, why are these people so incredibly? Ooh, which undefeated boxers are most likely to lose? Oh, okay. I want to watch this later. I want to watch this video later. I'm gonna watch this privately later. It's a palate cleanser.
Hiya, Papa Smurf. You wanted to see me? Yes. Thank you for coming.
Yes, this is good. Thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for this.
Ready? Well, you see, I was looking at today's numbers, and it seems that we did not reach our quota of Smurf berries this month by a wide margin. Ah, well, sorry, Papa Smurf. You see, Clumsy Smurf knocked into the berries, Vanity Smurf was too busy looking at himself, and Greedy Smurf ate what was left. Oh, so somebody already told you? Actually, Brady, no, that's just what always happens. Brady, I'm starting to see a trend here. Aren't you? Not really. Well, how I see it is very useful Smurfs. There's Hefty Smurf, Handy Smurf, and you, Brady. Oh, well, thank you, Papa. Of course, but...
Of course!
Just the useful Smurfs. There are the undesirable. For what? Brady, you're smart enough to realize that at the rate we're going, we might not have enough Smurf berries to survive the winter. I mean, Clumsy Smurf, Clueless Smurf, Clumsy, Clueless Smurf, when hindsight should have brought this to my attention much sooner. These Smurfs do nothing but create problems for the others. I guess I can talk to them. We're far beyond the point of talking, Brady. Now is the time for action. Think of it as an infected arm. You love that arm. You've come to know that arm very well. But sometimes, you just need to cut it off. Papa Smurf, what do you just say? Handy Smurf has been working on camps that some of these Smurfs can stay at until we reorganize. Camps? What if they don't want to go? And what if there isn't enough room for them? Oh, Brady, this isn't a democracy. And don't worry, they won't be there for long. Papa Smurf. Oh, this is Smurf. Brian, I thought you were smart.
This is smurfed up, but Smurf. This is smurfed up.
To look into the future. Affection takes sacrifice, Brady. We can be better, stronger. The Master Smurf race. Master Smurf? Papa Smurf? You've been on those Smurfing-on forums, haven't you? John F. Kennedy Jr. is alive and he will be vice president. Who's John F. Kennedy? I don't know.
What the fuck happened here? What happened here? Oh, I love this. I love this video. The best video ever. Thank you for this. This is more intelligent than the entire panel, by the way.
It's not the solution.
It reduced a lot of... Hold on.
To be clear, okay.
It also led to Germany being invaded and then being...
Hey, Blackwood.
What?
Blackwood. To be clear, okay.
It reduced a lot of... Hold on.
You think the Jews are a problem, it's not the solution.
It reduced a lot of... Hold on.
To be clear, okay.
It also led to Germany being invaded and then...
Actually, Germany had a really low Jewish population before the war, just saying.
Hey, Blackwood.
There were some side effects.
Blackwood, one of the side effects was Israel of that, right? So if you thought Jews were problem before, now you got Jews with nuclear weapons, okay? As a direct result that you could trace one-to-one from to the Holocaust, right?
Oh my God, people are so stupid. People don't just... This panel is smurfed up. It is the most smurfed up panel.
So I mean, let's be real. But
quick.
Just to be clear, we love all of our Jewish brothers and sisters on this program. All the Jews are good.
Tweet. I get to use it how I would
like.
It's
a retweet that doesn't specify any of this shit. It's a retweet to a conservative who was saying something that I was saying.
Wait, is it my words?
What's the topic?
Does that mean that I would...
Wait, what's the topic? Quick.
The topic is...
Read the topic.
Is it my tweet? Is it my tweet?
Okay, hold on.
It's Gunther's tweet.
Inspiration for the topic. The inspiration for the topic is Erudite's tweet, but the topic itself is who has a better solution to crime, the right or the left. I may have said the left or the right. I forget, right?
I'm beginning to think that in America, it's neither. I'm sorry to say. If this panel is any indication, then the answer is neither. Okay? If we have representatives from the American left and the American right on this panel, then I guess my sincere answer is none of them have a solution. They're all stupid and this panel is smurfed up.
One of those two. And so, while yes, the tweet is referenced and is used as the lens we're discussing this from, the topic is a little broader.
Even looking at the tweet, like I'm totally right. Like I'm not misrepresenting the tweet at all. You guys can go look at the tweet. Everything I'm saying is correct.
So if you think, I'll just walk us through really calmly here, okay? If you think that the final solution is a solution by the way that you're using the word solution, if yes, then suggesting that your intervention is a solution is now meaningless, because everyone would look at the final solution and agree that it was horrifying. And even if you agreed that Jews were a problem, it leads to the sequelae of so many negative effects that it's not actually a solution. Remember that cool thing you were doing called the cost benefit analysis? We're doing
that completely misses the point of how genociders think. Completely.
Here, when I'm talking about a solution, begged into the solution is the cost-benefit analysis, where we look at applying an intervention and seeing if it leads to better outcomes. And the idea of just locking people up for an extended amount of time so that they just do less crime, I'm saying is bad cost-benefit analysis. You're applying the final solution. What I want instead...
Yeah, that's not it. That's not it. It simply does not create... What the fuck?
Instead is an integrated solution to specifically the intersection of mental health, severe mental health, and violent crime. And just locking...
I'm not even going to go into the fact that her comparing the Holocaust to this implies that the Germans were right about Jewish people being the problem. It's that they applied the wrong cost-benefit analysis and they chose the wrong solution. Yes.
Up longer won't make him suddenly not a paranoid schizophrenic when he gets out of jail, but community care, if you want studies, integrated community care with drug court and outpatient support afterwards has reductions of crime by 40%, recidivism specifically, actually, which is the thing that we should be concerned about.
Okay, so I'm going to address the first part because, again, this is...
And after you, I do want Ant-Man to go. Okay,
that's fair. So when the question is the final solution...
It's not fair.
No. Ant-Man's like, I don't know what to talk about in this Holocaust.
I don't know how we turned into discussing the solution to Jews in this panel.
Do the cost-benefit analysis.
Yeah, it just turned into a discussion about genocide somehow.
Family's really annoying. Can you imagine being in a room full of like 100 Jewish families? That would be so...
You told me this wasn't going to be like Monday, and it is in fact worse.
I apologize.
Look, the final solution. I don't know what to tell you.
I think that there's two concurrent variables.
No, I do not think it's a good idea.
It is a solution. It's just not the best one. Okay, well, I'm talking about solutions that are actually...
I didn't even say it was like a solution. So
you literally said it is a solution.
So go ahead, Lactoid.
So that if is doing massive amounts of lifting there on the statement you just made.
Okay, I'm not sure how much more of this I can take. I've milked 2 segments out of this already.
Conveniently, you keep leaving that out every single time you've mentioned it beforehand.
It's not doing that much lifting because you and I both agree that crime is the problem. It's an analogy.
Erudite, please. This would
Within
be like
this analogy, you have to grant that you agree with Hitler about the problem.
Jesus Christ.
Lactoid has the floor. Lactoid, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm having flashbacks. Dylan Burns. Okay, so this would be like saying, if you
flashbacks to Dylan Burns? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Flashbacks to Dylan Burns, the person that just walks circles around you when it comes to the topic of the war in Ukraine. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay.
Breakfast this morning, would you be hungry? And you say, aha, you think that you'd be hungry if you ate breakfast, or like eating breakfast is correlated with hungerness, or eating food is related to hungerness. Well, no.
Hungerness? What the fuck is hungerness? Hunger, you idiot. The word is hunger, not hungerness. Hungerness. Is that even a word?
The if there is very important, because if I'm saying, like, if you consider like this to be a problem, does this solve that problem? And the definition of solution, by the way, is something that solves a problem. Then yes, of course, it is a solution. Now, I don't think Jews are a problem, so I don't think the final solution was a solution, because I don't think it solves a problem. I think Jews are just fine. I got Jewish friends.
Oh, I got Jewish... Oh, God. Please stop talking, guys.
A lot of people I went to law school with are Jewish.
I believe you. I'm sorry.
I'm
just
a
so it's
lawyer.
clear.
I know a lot.
Please, for the love of God, stop talking. Jesus Christ almighty. I've got Jewish friends. Oh. Hungary.
A lot of Jews.
I love Lactoid.
They're good people.
Lactoid and I are good friends. Okay, I sent him so many. He laughed at all of my memes that I sent him the other night. Okay, so me and Lactoid are good.
One of them were
fair. I would expect it to be more anti-Semitic as lawyer hanging out.
You would expect it. Look, the Jews, they took me in. I hung out with them. Anyway, so I'm
Hungry
fine with Jews. So I don't think that the final solution is a solution to any problem.
But the point is, Lactoid,
I think crime is a solution, right?
Let Lactoid finish what he's trying to
Or the Hunger Games.
Lactoid. The point
on,
is,
are you done
if you
trying
truly thought that Jews were a problem, the final solution, it doesn't work. And what Kyla was saying was, this causes all of these downstream effects where, yeah, sure, you got rid of them.
Okay, it doesn't change the fact that according to the people that commit genocide, the group that stands in the way of the perceived better world is still a problem to be solved, and the solution is getting rid of the group. It does not change that fundamental equation in any way. There you go. This is Genocide 101. I see, Vladimir.
You put them in the camps, but now you're creating this massive wave of resistance, this massive spotlight on yourself, and the cost-benefit analysis is, oops.
What is she doing? Why are these people so stupid?
Now we lose the war. We don't ultimately get to get rid of them all because all of these other things happen, because we're increasing the...
Also, all of that is bullshit, okay? There was no mass resistance. None of the allies set out to stop the Holocaust. By the way, just so you know, if you're really going to go that route, none of the allies, none of the people that fought the Third Reich set out to stop the Holocaust, actually. It was stopped along the way as a side effect of the Nazis losing the war. It was never one of the goals of the Allied campaigns to stop the Holocaust. So actually, all of those negative side effects that you're citing here are bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Hindsight 2020 bullshit.
The rates of resistance here, because we're increasing the flight and of all the smart ones to develop weapons that stop us.
No, so
this is a silly analogy. I'll grant you this. I don't know why we keep bringing up the Holocaust, but the point is, when we're talking about the crime in America, it's 80 years later. The point is, yeah, if we lock these people up for 20, 30 years,
before we bring back the crime.
Okay, Lactoid. But a question for you that you can answer what you do.
Well,
if you're crossing the street,
to be fair, I got cut off a little bit. I just want to quickly finish my thought.
Okay, yes, but you can in 1 second. If you're walking down the street and on one side there's a Jewish person coming towards you, and the other side there's a black person coming through you, which side of the street you can go on?
I'm not answering that question publicly. I'll send you the answer later.
Okay.
It's what you guys would think, okay? So it depends on your evaluation of the problem, Soito.
I'll walk on the street. I don't know. What the fuck?
And it depends on what your prediction is on what addressing the problem might do. So if you think that by devoting resources to the Holocaust, it would cause you to lose the war, then that might not be a solution worth doing. But assuming this is all, if you consider Jewish people to be a problem, if you know you're going to lose the war either way, or if you think you have substantively the same chances of winning or losing the war, and you think that, well, at least we can remove some of them, at least we can drop, I mean, it depopulated Europe for a long
What the hell? Why did it freeze?
time. Like, it reduced them by tremendous millions and millions of people. Then this could be a at least solution that would make sense to the Nazi brain, right? Assuming that you hate Jewish people.
It makes sense. Obviously, that's why they did it. But the point is, right? Like, if you look at the solutions that we have for crime, it's like, locking people up longer is a solution, and that's why we brought up the absurd thing. And you acknowledge, like, the drone thing is also a solution. It's going to vaporize people. But ultimately, what is this actually going to do? What kind of community are you living in? Is it something that's going to prevent crimes from happening in the future, or are you just making it so that every time
It's froze again.
someone commits a first offense, you've now locked them up forever, cool, but now people are still committing crimes, so we have to solve the problem.
I'm not saying lock them up forever for a single crime, first of all.
Sure,
and Republican, yes, sure. But I've noticed this happen a few times, not just with you, but I've noticed a few times where it's like, just lock them up forever. Like, I'm not the one saying, like, you're just like, just let them out of jail and just give them a therapist. Like, that would be like the equally hyperbolistic way of describing your position, which I'm not saying that's what your position is. What I'm saying is that
forever, but
like, the value, right? Like the value proposition that you would have when it comes to, well, I don't want to live in the society with the vapor drones, the vaporizer drone. Yes, we agree with that. But what I'm saying is that what people want is much closer, I think, overall, to what I propose than what a lot of the modern left proposes, what the Democrats propose. And just to be clear, like I said in my intro, I'm not saying the left has no solutions. They have some solutions that I think are good, right? I think drug courts are a good idea. I'm okay with drug courts. I think that mental health treatment, especially while incarcerated, and involuntary confinement of people who are a danger to themselves or others with severe mental illness, I think that's a good idea. Now, the right wing proposes that, and Donald Trump proposes that. But I think that's a good idea regardless. I thought it was a good idea beforehand. But I also think it's a good idea to not have high crime under-policed areas, which the studies consistently show has a good return on investment. For every dollar, one study found for every dollar you spend on a cop, you get $1.63 in social benefit. Like, there are benefits to having cops patrol areas to reduce crime. I think it's also a benefit if somebody who's crazy like this, or violent or reckless, or an addict to the point where it's like they're actually like a threat to other people, like when it comes to drunk driving, for example. I think there's also benefits to, hey, like, we can't have you go to prison for like 2-3 years, or even like 5, depending on what the penalties are, like, or what the crime is. For some of these crimes, like, the penalties need to be longer. I'm not saying for life, but I'm saying like longer. And most Americans agree.
Right. So again, go ahead. I was talking a lot, but
No, go ahead.
You heard
I'm gonna like.
this is a reiteration of a previous point. You can go right after me. But my point was, yeah, but I don't go on what most Americans agree is the best thing. I look at what is going to reduce crime and not do these trade-offs where, yeah.
True. Why would you base law on what most Americans agree on? Why would you do that?
Obviously, you and I wouldn't want to live in a world where, they
hyperballistic
or vaporizing people, but that's like the specific thing of like, let's not just kill everyone for every crime. There are things that you and I both agree on where it's like, hey, they've really been too easy on petty theft in these two coastal states. They need to increase the crime rate, punishments for these, because clearly there's a clear structure of incentive of these people are doing it because they know that they'll get away with it. But when we're talking about mental health, when we're talking about violent crime, when we're talking about these things that once you lock them up and, that maybe we agree we can have some sort of like care in the facilities or at least have better probation periods, just locking up and then making them in prison longer isn't the solution. And if you're on board with these like more mental health things, I guess the only bridge we can build is if Donald Trump actually fucking follows through and funds these things, awesome, then we can say the right wing did have a solution that worked. But if it's just increase the sentencing, I don't necessarily that works for most things, but yes, on theft.
You would agree though that like, and maybe your threshold is just lower than mine or higher than mine, I suppose. You would agree that like, let's say somebody like has mental health issues, commits a murder, and then like goes into like mental health treatment, and then is like has mental health treatment, has medication, and then gets out in 8 years, and then they do it again. Like there's maybe, I don't know if you think that time is enough for like life in prison, or like there's some number of times
they should be institutionalized at that point in like a mental health facility
for
like
life, right?
Potentially for life, but not necessarily for life, because I need to look at the root cause of what's causing them to be violent. I would need to look at like why, like is the medication like did it work in the first place? Was there like a follow through? Was there like there's so many different bureaucratic things that come up here that's like no, I don't think they should just be in prison for the rest of their life because they did a violent crime after going through these things, which may or may even if it's murder, like it depends. It really does.
Murder.
So I don't know. Like,
the solution has to be oriented towards an outcome that we prefer, right? The reason why I keep nailing you with the Adolf Hitler thing is because you're doing a lot of like equivocating with your words that I think is stupid and annoying, right?
Oh my God. Please stop comparing this to genocide, because that is a specific crime with specific characteristics which you don't seem to grasp.
And I'm saying solution. When I'm saying that I don't think Republicans have a solution to this problem, what I'm saying is that they don't have a solution that leads to a better world, right? Like we can get into it. You're not going to like it if I like walk you down the Hitler analogy. So if you'll just grant me that the way that you are using the word solution, I am sitting here and I'm telling you that isn't a solution because it isn't a world that I prefer.
It is a solution. It's just a bad solution, first of all. So I have no clue why this whole stupid discussion.
Want paranoid
a bad solution is still a solution, believe it or not.
Schizophrenics locked up for longer in jail. Just at all. I want them in integrated mental health hospitals with community care programs that they can transition into. I don't want them in jail whatsoever, likely because these people are the most likely to do random acts of violence in jail. They're also very likely to be in solitude for a large portion of it as a result of it. They're also the types who are likely to do sorts of biological assaults, which every time that I experience situations of
biological assaults.
So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's like flinging poo, or people who have hep C will bite their cheek and try to spit it at you in jails. Okay. So the main instances when I have experienced this of people using biological assault like tactics, it's oftentimes very mentally ill individuals because these people are better handled in
I'm going to fling my poo at you.
Healthcare facilities where they're not in an environment that triggers them, because guess what? Schizophrenic paranoia, it's made worse by high stress situations. And you can imagine jail and Gen Pop is very stressful, right? And so your solution to the problem, which is the intersection, doesn't exist. Holding them longer doesn't solve the problem at all, which is why I'm saying the right doesn't have solutions to this. The left is the only one right now willing to offer care. Now, to be clear, I don't actually think asylums inherently have to be a left principle or a right principle. I think kind of both sides could make arguments for it. However, right now, it's mostly...
Let's bring back the torture chambers.
The left suggesting increasing mental health spending, increasing mental hospital beds, and increasing funding for community care programs. And that's why the right has no solutions for it, because they won't get behind these three things, which we need to solve the problem.
Okay.
If I could, I don't know if you want to, I can respond to that, or if you want to let some Ant-Man specifically.
Ant-Man to try to get in. We are running on.
Ant-Man, what's your view on the final solution?
Yeah.
No,
Jews.
No.
I just want to
Jews, yes or no?
You don't like Jews?
Yes or no?
Whoa. I'm not getting into any of that part of the conversation at all.
Wise. Okay.
That's crazy that he said.
Do you have anything on any other part of this conversation that you want to take the time? Now that we're coming kind of towards the close of this.
I don't know. There's been so much flung back and forth here, and I don't quite know where to start. I think I'm going to go back to something I already said, which is I understand that there are people with severe mental health issues, and the left.
Okay, I'm done with this video. Okay, we've done 2 segments.